So I had this vision, and there was a marshmallow, and he's like quite the character. He's got a face. He's a big fluffy marshmallow, and so I'm seeing him like this, and then very shortly after, he's now toasted. I'm like, okay, he's toasted, and then I'm seeing him, and he's all burnt up, and he's on a stick, and and so he's saying, some people like me this way, and some people like me this way, and some people like me this way. And because I didn't know how I liked me, I allowed myself to get completely toasted and burnt up until there was almost nothing left of him. And so then he's now just like on a stick, and there's just like a bit of marshmallow remnants that are on there, and he's still walking around as this stick. So he makes his way to this street, and there's all these candy shops on this nice brick street, and he can see in particular that there's one candy shop, and it's really calling to him. And so he goes and he walks in there, and he's greeted with these warm and friendly faces, and he's like, "Hey guys, I'm in desperate need of some marshmallow fluff." And so a bunch of the workers, they come over, and they start spreading some marshmallow fluff on the stick, and they're building him back up. And so pretty soon, like he's not only built up to the original form, but he's massive. He's probably 5-6 times what he started out as. And he's quite hefty. And so he walks out, and he's like finally feeling really good about himself. And so he's walking down the street, and then all these other marshmallows are looking at him. They're like, "Man, how did he do that? Like, how did he do the thing?" And so he walks down to the end of the street, and there's this stage there. And so he gets up on the stage, and as he's looking out over the crowd, he's seeing all these burnt up marshmallows, these toasted marshmallows, these itty bitty marshmallows that now that's all that's left of them. And he is teaching them the way. And he is saying, do not allow others to burn you up. Do not allow others to tell you, "No, I like you this way. I need you to be this way." He said, in doing so, you give up who it is that you are. And you will be left with nothing, as I was left with almost nothing of myself. He said, until one day I felt the call, and I felt like I needed to go to this place, and these people came. And they assisted me, and they helped me, and they built me back up. And this is how I am here today, to be able to tell you, do not do what I did. Let my lesson be your lesson. And then the sun, it started shining like really bright. And so the dude, he's not melting, but he's starting to get really glistening, right? Most marshmallows are pretty matte. They absorb the light, but not this dude. He's reflecting the light. He's making him shine even more. And then the next thing you know, he's sitting on a floaty in a pool, and he's drinking a drink, and he's just loving his life. And the moral of the story is, if you don't know who you are, someone else will tell you how to be. They will decide that for you. And if you listen, and if you do what it is that they say, and you follow their guidance rather than your guidance, if you do not listen to that still small voice within, you can get all burnt up and there will be nothing left. But if you listen to that voice, it will guide you. It'll say, "Hey, go over here. Hey, go and talk to this person. Hey, go and do that thing." And you will get built back up. And then you will understand, and you will see why it happened the way that it happened. So if you do not know who you are, I will tell you, you are a light. You are a beautiful soul. And you can even say it to yourself, I am the light. I am a beautiful soul. And this can help you to figure out the rest of your story.